Okay, everyone, welcome back for another match here of the, wait, what are we up now? Quarterfinals of Asia Soichi Cup. I'm Potassium F, going to be casting this match that we have here, and a very exciting one in the winner's bracket. So this is the first winner's bracket match that we're going to be seeing this weekend, and one between the two closest seeds, actually, as well. This one is 83.33% Chinese, 16.16% Filipino, which is a massive name to be able to say on stream, versus Bocchi Soup. So I believe this one is Seed 4 versus Seed 5, so you can't get any closer. And what's more as well, looking at kind of these two teams, I can't really see any clear-cut advantage for either of them outside of maybe the SV. So it's going to be a very exciting one. I think this one, I mean, a bit early to call it, but this one could definitely have the potential to go all the way to tiebreaker. I believe these teams are not the ones that are going to be streamed, but it should be these ones that we have in the lobby. Yeah, so the players in the lobby we can see are different here. I think just the team names slightly off on stream. There we go. So we got the two teams here. I am not going to say the full name for Team Red here. I'll just call them Team Red for now. Or Team Chinese, potentially. And we have Bocchi Soup on the other side. So these two teams, kind of interesting to see. I'm looking through some of the scores, and Bocchi Soup have some exceptionally strong scores all across last week. And also the qualifiers as well, just outside of that one kind of struggling score on the SV map. But Team Red here, they don't actually have any scores from last week because they actually won their match by default. So there's a little bit of a lack of information, you would say, for this team in particular with regards to their early game capabilities and their accuracy. So we'll have to see how that kind of changes how the teams pick and ban strategies. The only thing that I do kind of expect is that I think I expect Bocchi Soup to be banning one of the SVs. Maybe we'll see both teams banning SV. But the actual picks when it comes to the Rice and the LNs, I think is almost impossible to predict unless you are in one of those teams yourself. Because Bocchi Soup does have Gaysol and Nyagato Yuki, who are very, very strong in terms of... Oh, wait, okay. Wait, we're skipping the warm-up. So it looks like actually we're going into the first map already. So no warm-up? I believe. Wait, is it? I actually can't tell. Who picked this? I'm so confused right now. Okay, either way, it looks like wait, there's no way this was the first pick, right? I need to ask something here. Okay, this is the first pick here, and it looks like a bit of a back and forth lead between the two teams here. And as we're getting into this kind of break section at the halfway mark, it looks like only one FC for either side on Era, Adam, and Progean Sucks. So they are the players that are kind of ahead of everyone else at the moment, but the accuracy looks to be a little bit better on the side of Bocchi Soup. That's giving them this 2,000 point advantage right now. Off the back of FUS having a little bit lower accuracy than the other 5 players in the lobby, but it's only 1,000 points as we're getting into the ending now. And I think this could go either way. Individual 200s could mean a whole lot towards this ending. And this lead, it's still 2,000 points. It doesn't look like it's shrinking that much, but any kind of mistake on the side of Bocchi Soup, I think all players are maintaining their accuracy, so it's looking okay for them, but at the end. Oh, it's shrinking less than 1,000 points. And I think in this outro, unless there's a 200, they might have been able to take the point by just 1,500. Oh my god. Tied in misses across the board, it looks like. Just the small advantage in accuracy. You can see Gaysol having the highest accuracy in the lobby really helped them out there. And I actually don't know whose pick that was, but that was a crazy first pick to be able to pick as well. I did not expect anyone to be picking Hybrid 3 first. So this is Bocchi Soup's first pick, actually. So they did actually win their own pick. No breakpoints at all. And right away, it looks like we are getting the first pick from Team Chinese here, being SV2. They're going for the SV, like I predicted at the start. And it also seems we may have our second commentator ready to go.
Hello.
How are you doing, Inaba?
Yeah, doing well. Just had lunch. Sorry, I had something come up.
That's
so
okay.
A bit of a delay.
We've had a bit of a chaotic start to this match right now, with Bocchi Soup just being able to barely win their own pick. No warm-ups, actually, so we're going right into it. And the SV map coming up now.
Wow. So I assume the other SV map was banned?
Indeed it was. So the SV1 banned by Bocchi Soup, so kind of expected as far as SVs go. One team bans it, the other team picks it first, right?
Yeah, I was just surprised because I would expect Cockroach to be banned more than SV1.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's arguments either way. Cockroach definitely has more in the way of like slow jam, but maybe less memorization needed for some of those players that might be less inclined to memorize stuff or play things multiple times too much. But this one is going to be interesting. I do think Bocchi Soup has a decent chance because we've seen their top two players in Stage 1 qualifiers actually performed very well. It was just their third player that they struggled to find a decent score on, which dragged them down. So if they could find a third player that could really nail some of these or just do decently well on some of these SV picks, it could be good enough to contend with Team Red here. I'm struggling to think of a name to actually consistently call them because I'm not saying this full thing out.
That is quite 5C1F.
5C1F, okay, sure.
I think there's a bit of banter going on in the chat. I'm excited to see the fast jam part and see how the players handle some of the more.
Yeah, there's quite a few parts of this map that can really mess you up and just really confusing in general. You can't really trust your eyes.
I mean, even the difficulty name.
Yeah.
It's disorienting, I would say.
Yeah, that's a difficult one to read in its own right. But so far early on, a couple 200s there from ProGN Sucks. That's going to give, more than that. There's a few misses on the side of Bocchi Soup early on, and I think this kind of makes it very clear, even from the very start, which team has the advantage in this SV.
Yep. You can see the score lead climbing to 80,000 and still rising.
I think it's fairly safe to call the map right here.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think we need to see the rest, but for the rest, it's just score flex for the individuals, pretty much. It seems like 5C1F doing pretty well. They have all 3 players above 99% with the full combo, actually. That's really impressive as a team score. And the 1 full combo on Yagato Yuki on the side of Bocchi Soup, but not high enough accuracy, and we can see more misses coming in from the other 2 players. So 300,000 points already, yeah. This is over, even though we're only halfway into the map.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't just get away with not being ready for both. For this one SV pick, because you can't just rely on the other team banning the other SV pick. So
we did see Adam messing up a little bit there, dropping down to 98% with the miss, but really nothing too significant. This lead is way too big to lose, no matter how many mistakes you make. And of course, the Trill catching off the 2 players on Bocchi Soup as well. And that's going to be a solid win.
Solid. Just a casual 600,000 solid.
Yeah, and a really solid team performance as well. That's 2 FCs on the side of the Chinese team here. Almost 1 FC. Yagato Yuki actually missing in the middle of the map there for Bocchi Soup, but just not enough, as we can see. Very nice win here. Luckily for Bocchi Soup, that is the only SV map that we're going to be seeing in this match, and they do get to pick the second pick. Now it's where it gets interesting, I think, because for the rest of the picks in the entire pool, I would say, it's kind of hard to predict between these 2 teams. I don't think there's any safe picks for either team left.
Yes. One of the previous matches where it was Rise versus Longnose for the most part. This is a lot harder to call.
Yeah, and we're seeing, a complete opposite side of Rice versus Longnose here as well, as we're seeing the hybrids being picked out first from Bocchi Soup. We're going into hybrid 2 already. So this is one where we are having, a couple of kind of mixed patterns involved here. There's no like Rice sections or LN sections in this map. It's really just kind of a mix of both, where we're going to be seeing like 2 columns being held with long notes, while there's some 1/4 Rice being scattered out on the other columns at the same time. So it requires a little bit of coordination and kind of split focus in that way as well. And we are seeing a few switch outs as well. We get Gaysol switching in, of course, for Bocchi Soup. 9961 switching in for the other team as well.
Yep.
And we'll see. This one can definitely go either way. We just saw what happened on Hybrid 3.
So Bocchi got the point.
Yes, they did, by just a little bit. It was kind of flickering back and forth up until the end. This one, a little bit of a less chaotic map, though. So maybe some consistency might be found between the 2 teams in this one.
Yeah. But hopefully there's no misses out of the blue.
Oh no.
Catch my drift.
Gonna be summoning some misses real soon.
Nah.
But so far, everyone holding very strong. Everyone above 99.7 actually. So this lead is negligible.
Gaysol held the 99.9, but I think he got 200. Right as I was about to point it out.
Yeah, and a bit of a drop in accuracy for Team Red here. Silicosis dropping down to 99.63. ProGN Sucks also down in the 99.6 range, but it looks like no one right now is matching Yagato Yuki on 99.9 still, and that's giving the accuracy lead.
The lead is fragile though.
Yeah, only 4,000 points. Just a little bit of an accuracy rush is absolutely possible, and that will switch the lead over. 4,000 points is not very safe, And still all 6 players on the full combo as well. Anything can happen still in the last half of this map. Actually now, Silicosis bringing up the accuracy above ProGN Sucks now. So the accuracy lead maybe not quite as strong as it once was before. And oh, nice. That's a miss. Over for Chinese. That's going to be a 10,000 point lead, going to rise even more. Not a big accuracy drop though. That accuracy is still high up there, 99.7, but the miss is going to have to rely on another miss from Bocchi Soup if they want to take a breakpoint on this map.
Yep, unfortunately, because with everyone holding such high accuracies, it really does come down to the combo. This one miss could cement Team Blue's lead to get this point.
And I think, well, one kind of, I guess, on the bright side for 9961 is looking at these accuracies. It does look like Bocchi Soup maintained that accuracy lead up until the end either way. So even without that unfortunate miss, it would have just barely gone over to Bocchi Soup. But they are looking very strong. That's a 3-way FC. And even we can see that ratio difference. Gaesol and Yagato Yuki crushing the ratio of everyone else in the lobby as well. That's really giving them that edge that we see in the accuracy.
Yep, they held about 3,000 to 4,000 points for a lot of for most of the map until 9961 missed. So that was the difference.
And I wonder where they're going to go, because they actually banned Rice themselves. So maybe not feeling the harder kind of Rice maps. We might see a switch over to LN maybe, or maybe one of the easier Rice maps perhaps. Rice 1, of course, still on the table there. Rice 4 as well, the other one that you might expect high scores on.
Yep. Like we saw Poker with...
Oh yeah, the Poker with 3. Absolutely insane.
Three regular 300. That's what? Crazy.
I don't think we're going to be expecting anything near that one, but we can see the potential for like absurd scores on some of those jack picks in particular. And, you know, we have some players in the lobby that are capable of really, really strong scores like that. But it looks like we're going with Rice 6, so maybe more of the mixed Rice pick here.
Yeah, because there's really no safe pick, is there? Especially if you go for consistency. You know both teams are going to do extremely well, so it will come down to a choke.
Yeah, there really wasn't much difference between the teams, even like in that last hybrid that we saw.
Yeah. So you would bank on the other team choking if you pick some consistency.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, because, I mean, Bocchi Soup didn't choke in that previous map. So they are going to have to hope for something here. We are going to see a couple switch outs. So 9961 switching out for Adam, and Certified Pinoy coming in instead of Gaesol on the side of Bocchi Soup.
Right, we have Certified Pinoy versus Uncertified Pinoy. Let's see how it goes.
And the other 4 players staying in. Actually, interesting they switch out Gaesol. I guess Gaesol may be just more comfortable with when it comes to those long note focus maps or hybrid focus maps. But we'll see how they do in this one as well.
It's also possible they practiced different maps on the outset, so they could...
Oh, that is also really a good point. Yeah,
really
yeah.
Yeah. Depends on how the team strategizes.
Yeah, good strategy as well, I would feel like. So you only have to practice kind of half the pool each instead of both players practicing the whole pool, because that can get pretty time consuming.
Yep. And the map pools are not going to get any smaller, so...
Yeah, so we'll get into this now. We'll see if... what, 5C1F... It's so hard to remember that name. I have to like pause and think, brain like loading every time. But yeah, we'll see if they can win their own pick now, because so far, 3 points in a row won by the team that picked it. The first break point is going to matter. It's going to mean so much to the outcome of this match.
For sure. And other than the S3 pick, you wouldn't expect to see a huge difference. So it could really go either way.
Yeah, for sure. But right now, getting into the first Rice map that we're seeing so far, and so far, all 6 players holding exceptionally strong here. The lowest accuracy is 99.85, which
crazy.
is insane. Still early on though, so...
Why did they hesitate to pick Rice? I wonder.
Probably because they knew that the other team was this good as well. I mean, look at this score.
Yeah, it's flickering. It's going back and forth.
It is perfectly tied. We have 4 players, I think, still. Oh,
Yeah.
FUS finding the first miss on these really awkward kind of roll patterns.
Yep. Really tricky to hit.
And the accuracy is still decent for them, 99.6, but that's a lot lower than the whole side of Bocchi Soup right now, holding above 99.8. So this lead is going to start growing a little bit, and I think 5C1F is going to have to hope for Bocchi Soup to find some kind of miss pretty soon, because there's only half the map left. And oh my god, everyone's just maintaining these accuracies. A little bit of an act drop for Adam overall as we're getting into the second half, and that's going to give even more of this accuracy lead over to Bocchi Soup. Certified Pinoy right now tying Silicosis in that accuracy, both with the full combo. So it really is those bottom 2 players for either team, and that is being cleanly won by Bocchi Soup right now.
This year I think more 200s by Fivefs. I can't pronounce the name.
No, it's okay. It's hard to pronounce names in general. But oh, that's a miss! Yagato Yuki finding a miss. That's a very clean miss though, 99.78. That's above the accuracy of FUS. So
they're gonna hold on to their advantage.
But it does shrink the lead a little bit. If they mess up once more, then there's a potential for this score lead to shrink very quickly.
But unfortunately, the end of the map is right around the corner. Just a bit more.
Oh, and it's just not enough for 5C1F to be able to bring back the lead. Score V1 double S for Certified Pinoy. That's why you switch Gaysol out for him. That is a monster score, 997k, and Silicosis as well, not far behind.
Yeah, it really came down to the misses. I mean, it's kind of shocking how clean the misses were from both teams, because there's so many tricky patterns in Rise 6.
Yeah, really clean misses. Actually, wait, Progean sucks also with the score V1 SS. I missed that one as well. So mostly that 200 count is what really gave Bocchi Soup that accuracy lead. The ratios were looking decently similar between the 2 teams on that one. But that is going to be the first break point, so Bocchi Soup looking like they might have a bit of the momentum lead right now, and if they manage to win their own pick now, they could start running away with the match. But easier said than done, because even those hybrids they've been picking haven't looked, necessarily dominant, right?
Yep, it could be the accuracy or just one simple miss. But this long note 2 pick is quite difficult.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing a completely different angle of attack here. Going straight into the more density-focused long note pick, and a really short one as well. So individual chokes in this one can matter quite a lot. But at the same time, we haven't really seen any density being picked so far in this match. So we're kind of just jumping across at completely different maps. Each pick, I don't think we've seen any pick that's even remotely similar to each other so far.
Yep. That is fine.
And it looks like we are going to get a few switches out as well. So Gaysol coming back in over Certified Pinoy. Silicosis switching out for Nyasan Fanboy. And of course, we have Adam switching out for 9961 as well. So switching to their kind of LN teams for both of these teams.
Yep, we might have been onto something here, but just one player focuses on one side of the map pool, and the other one focuses on the other hub.
It's kind of an ideal situation for a tournament structure like this, that you have like the two players in the same seed just having the opposite skill sets, where you can really just, you know, focus on your own specialty.
Yeah, it's really part of how the tournament works, isn't it? Especially in this format, where you wouldn't know your teammates until...
Yeah, you do have to get a little bit lucky sometimes with that. But let's see how this one goes. 5C1F going to have to hope to find a breakpoint at some point. And this might be an opportunity to do it now. Okay, starting this one off, both teams off to a good start once again. We've seen some very, very strong starts for every map so far. But it won't be until the kind of meat of the density kicks in where we see any kind of score leads.
But we'll see how well they handle these patterns.
And these ones can be fairly tricky to time the releases of, even though it is a density focused pick. It is not just straightforward inverse for these ones as well.
And I think the entire lobby is doing surprisingly well. It's just so close. What's going on?
Everyone above 99.7 that is so far. So everyone holding strong accuracy. No real big accuracy drops to talk about right now. Gaysol being the highlight at this point, 99.88. I think that's what's really giving Bocchi Soup a tiny 1,000 point lead right now.
Yep.
ProGN Sucks dropping a little bit below 99.7, but not too big of a deal. Still kind of matching 9961. And we're already at the end of the map. This is so close. Where's the 200s?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's so easy to get 200s in this map.
9961 actually found the miss earlier there. Yeah, that's going to really balloon that lead up. And FUS as well with massive accuracy drops. And there's the miss. The density just getting a little bit too intense. Oh, we can see that the difference in the accuracy there. Just that ending made. And in the end, going to be another... Well, it looks like it's a comfortable point lead, but for, 90% of that map, that was back and forth between the two teams. And Bocchi Soup gonna go to 4-1 already now.
New Roach?
His new Roach.
I think the nerves are getting to him.
Yeah. Actually, interesting to hear that was his record for that song, because it looked like FUS was holding like 99.7 for almost the entire map, and it was just the end that really tanked. So I guess it is just the lack of comfort when it comes to the level of density that you see just at the very end of that map.
Yeah, maybe Bocchi should stick to density picks then.
Well,
maybe
unfortunately, that's the only density pick. Yeah.
Yep. It's just the one pick for long note at least.
I mean, I guess LN3 has some level of density to it, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough to really replicate that level of, discomfort.
Yep. The physicality.
We'll see. I wonder if the 5C1F ends up going back to the Rice picks, or if they want to switch it up a little bit.
Again, there's really no safe pick here.
Oh, we went for the Jack.
Risky.
Oh no.
Oh, they're going for it.
We've seen everyone holding such strong such strong accuracies, right? Even on like more technical picks. So I wonder what the accuracies are going to be like here. How high are we going to get to see?
Expect to see some 999 at least.
That's definitely a possibility. And the smallest of mistakes can really matter so much when everyone is getting like, you know, above 995, 996k.
Yeah, I guess that's why 5C1F went for it. Because they have to take risk now. Might as well take it now. Rather than let the nerves get to you if you happen to stage a comeback later.
That is true, actually. I think that's a fair point to be making. But right now, I mean, it's not the end of the world still for 5C1F. Even though they're 3 points down, it's only one break point. So if they can, you know, pick up their own picks here, get a couple of good scores on the table, this is absolutely a winnable match for them. Actually, we did see this same score happen last week.
Last week,
and yeah, that ended up being a kind of like little reverse sweep in a way.
Smashed, wake up.
So let's see how we do in the jacks. Should be a comfortable BPM for these players in general, assuming we have a couple of jack players here.
Yeah, it should be well within the comfort zone of even the C-seed players.
And it looks like we're actually getting a few of those LN players staying in for this one. So Gaysol and Yasin Fanboy staying in here. And I guess that is kind of what you might see a lot of the time when it comes to Jack maps. Sometimes Jack is its own like little category where you'll have completely different team setups.
Yeah, especially when it comes to ratio gaming here.
Yeah, all about sharpshooting that ratio, getting into the rhythm, and like never letting go. So, update the map. Was there a map update?
There might have been one, yeah.
Interesting. Or ASC edit. So they played the original and not the ASC.
That doesn't sound.
I don't know exactly what the difference is, but yeah, I mean, hopefully it was just minor changes. I mean, there's nothing too like unsight readable in this map anyway, right?
Yeah, if anything, it should have been a comfort pick. It just doesn't feel like it in this matchup.
Yeah, this might be a bit too nerve-wracking here, knowing that this, like, you know that the players are expecting the scores to be super tight on a map like this as well, so the nerves have to be kicking in a little bit. And yeah, of course, all 6 players starting above 99.9% there. 100-point lead.
Practically no lead.
Okay, let's see, as we're getting into the more dense sections here, if anyone drops any accuracy, still above 99.9 for everyone. A little bit of a dip there for Progean Sucks. That's going to give a whopping 300-point lead over to 5C1F.
What a disaster.
200 difference.
The Jacks have kicked in, but it doesn't seem like anyone is having any trouble at all.
Yeah, it looks like Progean managing to get back up to that 99.9, and oh, wait, no, that was just Bancho. Nothing happened. What? Wait, why is the lead switching back to Bocchi Soup sometimes?
Because of Gaysol's 99.99, I reckon.
Oh my god.
99.97. It's crazy.
But look at 5C1F right now. 99.96 on all 3 players. Exactly the same accuracy. Wait, where's the lead? Where's it going?
It's going to flicker.
Oh my god, this is so close. Progean Sucks is increasing the accuracy. And as Progean Sucks increases that accuracy, this lead might start flicking over to Bocchi Soup. But it doesn't look like right now it's quite enough. Oh no!
Oh.
Look at those 200s from Fues.
Yeah.
That might be enough to just decide the map.
You're treating the 200s like misos now. It's crazy.
When we have everyone above 99.92, that's how it goes. And
I think Nielsen got a 200 as well. Nielsen fanboy. Somewhere.
oh no, only 99.9. What a tragedy. What is this match? What's going on? 4,000 points to the lead. But this is an insane team score. What is going on? It looks like, 2994, almost 2995. Oh my god. The three-way SS for Bocchi Soup. And
well, six-way. I mean, it's a six-way full combo.
Six-way full combo, yeah. And those 200s really were misses pretty much.
Oh, Nielsen fanboy got a 50. So that was why
these ratios are crazy. Actually, I think, if those 200s didn't exist, the ratio is better on 5C1F side.
Yeah.
So just really unfortunate towards the very end of the map there. That just let it slip by the tiniest of margins, and Bocchi Soup now already on match point. They're 5-1 up, and they get their own pickup now.
Yep, this is 5C1F's last stand here in this match.
And it's going to be LN3. They're sticking with the LN picks. I do think that LN2 ended up pretty good for them overall. But
yeah, for sure.
I would say mostly because of that super dense section at the end. They don't necessarily know that, looking at just the scores, but
yeah, we know.
It was very, very close before that point.
Yeah.
So I'm not counting 5C1F out just yet. I think they do have the ability to score super well on a map like this, but the way that Bocchi Soup is playing, it's going to require no mistakes at all, I think.
Yeah. But it seems they have a slight accuracy advantage. And they've been more consistent in terms of not choking this match.
Yeah, it's just everything that you'd really want from a tournament performance coming out of Bocchi Soup right now. And they just need to keep it up for one more pick, potentially. Okay, let's see how this one goes.
Are they going to start staging a comeback? Or will this be the end of the match?
It's definitely possible. Definitely possible, but very hard for sure. And I'll have to start with this one, so we'll see. This one a little bit longer than some of the other picks that we've seen recently. So consistency is going to matter a whole lot, and actually seeing a couple 200s from Yasin Fanboy and ProGN Sucks, both dropping in accuracy at the very start.
Oh no!
Oh,
Adam finds a miss.
very early miss, and that's also right after that 400 combo mark, so not a very good place to miss at all.
Yeah.
I think thankfully it was a fairly clean miss. Still 99.6, so okay accuracy there, decent accuracy from Adam. Still keeping up with ProGN Sucks on the side of Bocchi Soup in terms of the accuracy, but this point lead is going to start growing a little bit. It's 5,000 already.
Yeah, these release timings are nasty.
Yeah, really hard to get good accuracy, and that just means that a player like Gaysol being able to get good accuracy on this, the ratio.
Another miss.
Oh yeah, and that's going to increase the lead even further. Gaysol holding strong above everyone else's AC in the lobby as well at 99.84. No one to match him means that this point lead is just going to increase the further and further we get into this match, unless there is some kind of mistake coming out of Bocchi Soup. And we have not seen that happen very much. So just the one full combo, Nyas and Fanboy the only one here, versus all 3 players on Bocchi Soup holding the full combo.
Oh,
But
Geisel.
that's a timing. That's a curse right there. Geisel finding actually a very clean miss. I think Geisel still has the highest accuracy in the entire lobby.
Crazy.
Despite the miss. So even though that is a miss, it's not going to decrease this point lead too much. It's still 10,000 points.
Yep, and it's back to 400 combo, so that's all the recovery that 5C1F could get in terms of combo. So back to accuracy.
Yeah, I mean, if the misses are this clean, then Bocchi Soup's going to have to miss quite a few more times if 5C1F wants to come back into this match. And we are already in the last quarter of the map already, though, so time is running out very quickly.
Yeah.
And QS finding another miss. That's going to increase this lead 15,000 points and climbing. Still 2 full combos on the side of Bocchi Soup and the higher accuracy on top of that as well. It's not looking good, but it's looking very good for Bocchi Soup. This is exactly what they need.
Progen sucks. Rushed a bit, but this combo is going to have a lot.
Yeah, I mean, the combo is all that really matters at this point.
Yep.
Accuracy drops at this point is not going to reduce this lead enough. 17,000 points. And it is going to be Bocchi Soup winning 6-1 in the winners bracket quarterfinals here. They're going to be proceeding on to the winners semifinals, while 5C1F unfortunately gets knocked out of the winners bracket here. They're going to be getting one more chance in the losers bracket next week.
Match was closer than the scoreline would suggest.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a few really, really close maps in there, just the smallest of margins, and it was just that consistency, that lack of missing on the side of Bocchi Soup that really gave them the edge in the matchup.
Yeah, for sure. But this is technically another seed upset, isn't it?
Yeah, another little bit of a seed upset, 4-5.
Granted, the closest seeds.
Yeah, the closest seeds, so nothing too massively out of the expected, but still, yeah, a little bit of an upset, you would say for sure. So congratulations there to Bocchi Soup. I think their opponent is going to be determined very shortly, actually, in the next kind of set of matches that we're going to be seeing. Yeah, that is going to be the first team guaranteed to be in that winners semifinals. And I believe we have a couple of more matches coming up very, very soon. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, actually, 5C1F opponent there already determined as well. Was that
In Rice Farmer? Yeah, this would be
Rice Farmers? Oh, okay, that is interesting match. Rice Farmers, of course, staying true to their name, performing very, very well on the Rice picks this week. So that might be a bit of a Rice versus LN battle in and of itself in that losers bracket there.
Yep.
And I think the next match is going to be in about 15 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we've got two matches at the same time. Yuma Fanboys versus Pixel 7 and Hybrid Soup versus Lots Tragic Hinty Love Extra, I think is the full name there.
Yep. Again, it could have been longer.
It could have been longer. And those are 2 winners bracket matches as well. So make sure you stay tuned to those. We're going to see some very insane scores like we saw just then.